Hey, what's up? It's Jen, and in today's video, I want to share a really cool book that I just recently revisited that gave me some new concepts as to what could be happening in our salon industry right now. So, drumroll, what is the book? The book is The E-Myth Revisited by Michael Gerber. So, if you've never read this book, it is a great opportunity to take some time to read it. And I love the concept that he talks about in this book, the entrepreneurial seizure. And so what he says by someone having an entrepreneurial seizure is that it would be like a service provider looking at you and having success as a salon owner and thinking, wait a minute here. I can do things just like Jen, or I can do things better than Jen, and I'll probably make more money. And so what the service provider doesn't understand in that moment is a lot of behind the scenes things that happen to create the success of a company. Because when you're a service provider, you are a technician in the company, and that's a great asset of a company as well. But there's two other missing components that make a great company run. You got to have technicians, you got to have managers, and you got to have entrepreneurs. And so when you leave as a service provider, you become all three of those things without realizing it. And so let's talk about why this is happening. And, I believe that this could be happening in our industry because there's a lot of social media influencers that are just sharing sometimes an unrealistic expectation. And so they're painting these beautiful pictures of these big suites that you can be your own boss, you can make your own hours, like you can earn more money. And that's not the truth. That's not always the truth. It's like, they're giving someone unrealistic reality that they see as like, wow, I can have all this. I can make more money and probably work less. And so I think that's one of the reasons that we're seeing more entrepreneurial seizures right now in companies. I think another one is just, they see, oh, wow, I'm making 45% commission, or I'm making 50% commission. But what is Jen doing with that other 50% commission? And so they just see it as, well, what are the advancements or what are the opportunities that are being created for me? I know I'll make more money because I'll get to keep 100% of the money, right? We wish. And I think another thing that comes into why this is happening more is because, there is that desire for independence. I'll get to work less and I'll make more money because I'm going to keep more of the money. And so again, they just don't understand that entrepreneurial hat that they're going to have to wear, and that time is money at the end of the day. So I think that's what it's creating, a lot of entrepreneurial seizures in our industry right now. So let's talk about what are some ways we can combat this? And I get it. People are going to leave, and that's okay at the end of the day. Sometimes that can be the greatest gift, but utilizing these tools to make sure that the right people stay can be really helpful. And I think the first one is just having conversations and being transparent about ownership. If you run a really cool marketing campaign, share that with your team. It would look something like this during a salon celebration. Hey guys, just so you know, last month we spent $1,000 as a company on a new marketing campaign, and we got 250 new clients in the door. This is a huge win. Let's celebrate it, because they need to understand, hey, what is being put in for me to make myself better as a service provider here in this company. It doesn't mean that you share the profit and loss and do all that, but share the wins that you're experiencing and the investments that you're making in your team, so they can see that return on investments in themselves. I think another thing you have to have is make sure that you have growth opportunities. If you have a career map, what are your advancement opportunities? Because a lot of times, we are all human beings. We all have goals. We all have needs and desires. And so you just want to make sure that you, as a company, you're able to align, those needs and desires that a service provider wants along with their needs and desires. And so when you're able to do that, they get the buy-in better. I think another thing is, making sure that you're offering business education. One of our favorite classes that we teach in our salon is booth rent versus commission during our training program. So during that class, we actually set up a booth rental salon. We set up a commission salon. We give each team cash drawers with a certain amount of money. I think it's $2,500. We go through all the expenses. And what we realize is that, in a booth rent situation, they may touch more money, but it doesn't always make it doesn't mean they're going to make more money. So giving them that education. So, as technicians, they don't always know what they don't know what they don't know. And so being able to educate them on that kind of gives them a sense of freedom. And I think the one of the most important parts about, how can we prevent entrepreneurial seizures is just like really understanding synergy. Synergy is the sum is greater than the individual parts. So like truly in life, when you have a great team behind you or a great support system behind you, you are going to be able to create so much more in your life. And so that is something that it's hard for just one person to do, but having that synergy of a team really helps to make you a better person. And so I'm just going to invite you, if you haven't read the book, check it out. It is awesome. And just think about like, what have I implemented in my salon company that would help people have the knowledge they need. So even if they have a little bit of an entrepreneurial seizure, they're still seeing what's in it for them to stay at the salon company at the end of the day.